How many times have you caught yourself trying to understand what a woman really means? Or noticed a subtle change in her behavior and found yourself wondering what it meant? The truth is that women communicate in a much more subtle way than men. And if you learn to read these nuances, you'll be many steps ahead. Today, I'm going to show you 4 psychological tricks that will help you understand what's really going on in her head. So leave a like now and stay until the end, because the 4th trick is the most powerful of all. Let's begin. 1. Observe what she is not saying. Often, what a woman is thinking isn't in her words, but in her silence. A look that lasts half a second longer. A smile that appears and disappears quickly. A casual touch or the absence of one. Learning to observe the unspoken is fundamental. When you stay quiet and observe, you notice signals that would go unnoticed by other men. Women test, provoke, and expect you to notice without them having to explain. Additionally, silence can be more revealing than any speech. When she hesitates, when she suddenly changes the subject, or when she avoids certain topics, that says a lot. Silence carries emotions, desires, and even frustrations. The man who can see these gaps in communication learns to act with more sensitivity and intelligence. Practical example. Imagine you ask her how her day was and she answers, "It was good," but without looking in your eyes and while checking her phone. This is a clear sign that something is wrong and that she doesn't want or doesn't know how to say it. At this moment, instead of pressing, just say, "If you want to talk, I'm here." This shows emotional maturity and builds trust. 2. Notice the microexpressions. Facial microexpressions are involuntary reactions that last fractions of a second. A slight raising of the eyebrows, a quick furrowing of the forehead, a corner of the mouth that moves before a response. These expressions show what she's really feeling, even before she can hide or disguise it. Men who train their eye to capture these micro-expressions gain a huge advantage. You don't need to become a detective. You just need to be present, attentive, and connected with the moment. Sometimes the truth is right there, on her face for a second. And why is this so important? Because words are often trained, thought out, careful, but the body reacts before the mind has time to censor. When you notice that she says everything's fine with her lips, but her face reveals tension, you understand the truth. And this allows you to respond with empathy or make smarter decisions about what to do next. Practical example. If you make a joke and she laughs, but in the next instant furrows her brow or tightens her lips, this may indicate that she didn't completely like it. Even while smiling, her body gave her away. You can soften by saying, "It was just a joke, but if it bothered you, tell me." This demonstrates emotional intelligence. 3. Pay attention to the tests she gives you. Yes, women test men. They ask indirect questions, provoke reactions, say things like, "You don't even care about me," just to see how you react. These tests serve to understand who you really are. If you become desperate, justify yourself too much, or lose your balance, she loses interest. But if you respond with calm, confidence, and humor, you pass with merit. These tests aren't malicious. They're unconscious evaluation mechanisms. They want to know if you're emotionally mature, if you can maintain your composure under pressure, if you have a sense of humor, or if you take everything personally. Knowing this changes the game. You stop falling into traps and start standing out effortlessly. Start seeing these moments as opportunities. Each test overcome shows that you're different, that you don't get easily shaken, and this makes you much more attractive. Practical example. She might say something like, "You must have many women out there, right?" This is a classic test. Instead of defending yourself or denying desperately, respond lightly, "And yet I'm here with you." This shows confidence. without arrogance. 4. Understand what her behavior is revealing. Her body language says much more than any conversation. If she leans her body towards you, plays with her hair, laughs at your jokes, she's engaged. If she closes off, crosses her arms, looks around or checks her phone, her mind has already left. Learn to read these signals. They will help you understand when to continue investing time and energy and when to back off, and more. Behavior changes according to the emotional context. If she's agitated, restless, or frequently changes her tone of voice, this may indicate nervousness or tension. On the other hand, a relaxed posture and a constant smile reveal comfort and interest. Observing this in different situations, on a date, in a conversation, through messages, in a group, will give you a real map of how she feels beside you. Women value men who notice these things without needing an explanation. Being that type of man makes you stand out immediately. Practical example, if she's listening to you, but constantly checking her phone or seems distracted, don't insist. Say something like, "It seems like now isn't a good time. We'll talk later." This shows respect for her time and reinforces your self-worth. Conclusion. Understanding women isn't as complicated as it seems. It requires observation, presence, and a good dose of self-confidence. It's not about manipulating or predicting the future, but about being attentive to what really matters. Female communication is full of subtleties, and when you learn to read these signals, you stop feeling lost and start acting with intelligence. You'll stop wasting energy trying to guess and will start seeing clearly. You'll know when to insist, when to back off, and when to just listen. You'll become a more sensitive, more conscious man, and as a result, much more attractive. And remember, it's not about controlling how she feels, but about understanding what she communicates. And this, in itself, already puts you at a level above most. Did you like this content? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with that friend who needs to open his eyes. Comment here. I see what she doesn't say, and let's evolve together in this mental game. Until the next video, Heir to Wisdom.